how have your preparations changed, I suppose, with the game might be cancelled Sunday or at least played behind closed doors?
Yeah, obviously it doesn't impact us greatly. This is a fairly unique landscape, changing pretty rapidly. Ultimately, every indication is the game goes ahead, and so therefore, we just prepare to play the game, which will happen as we understand it. So, no great variance from our end.
And in terms of the players, like, is any, I suppose, extra things been happening this week?
Yeah, so we just had a briefing last night from Adam Kelly, head of football, just around some of the measures that are going to be put in place. Clearly, one of the great things about AFLW is the interaction with the fans and the closeness that has been able to be part of the first 4 seasons. But for this week, that'll just be a little bit different. At the conclusion of the game, they've just asked for the players not to interact as closely with the fans. And as I say, it's a pretty unique set of circumstances, and clearly, we're just trying to do the right thing.
So at this stage, the game's going to be open to the crowds?
That's my understanding. Yep, that's my understanding.
When will you make a final decision on that, I guess?
Well, we'll just be guided by the AFL ultimately, and obviously the medical experts in the field. But every indication is that, get out there and get along.
Not concerned at all given the Grand Prix this morning?
No, well, obviously it's a fairly dynamic landscape. There's a lot happening. There's a lot of change in the air. But ultimately, we just get ready to play a game of footy and trying to quit ourselves well.
Nobody's, to your knowledge, sick at all? Men, women, staff at the club?
No, I mean, you guys are in the media. You probably have got a better idea than me. But my understanding, there's 12 in the state. No human-to-human transmission at this point, and clearly, no one in our club is in that situation, and we're a really low-risk cohort, to be honest. So, the club's been really proactive in providing all the information. The doctors have given the players a really good understanding of the need for obviously great hygiene, which is no different for us in a lot of respects. Obviously we want our playing list to be healthy at all stages. So that conversation is one which happens every year. It's obviously just got a fairly heightened focus at the moment.
Another type of physical wellness, I suppose. Erin Phillips, how's her body?
Yeah, so obviously she didn't get up on the 6-day turn into last week, which was disappointing for her. But yeah, she's bounced back, responded well, trained really strongly the other night, and so she'll be out there, which is good.
Is that good for your team, having Erin back?
Yeah, no, so obviously, she's an important player. I think really pleasingly she got through the first game. Yes, she didn't make it for the second round, but to get through that first game and now to be able to just play this week without those sort of, the things that are there when you're playing your first game out in close to 12 months. So that'll be good for her and obviously good for us.
And they provided the game does go ahead. I mean, it's got to win everyone.
Yeah, correct. Yeah, so as we always knew, any AFLW season, every game is vital. But yeah, the maths say that we need to win this week. If we don't, then we're realistically not going to make the finals. So that opportunity is great for us because clearly the team that we're up against is the one that's holding our spot. So or potentially the spot we'd like to have. So it'll have no doubt a finals-like intensity about it.
Given the girls have played big games, so do you think they'll embrace that expectation?
Yeah, it was certainly, last season after we lost the first game, it kind of turned into that you had to win every week, and that's where we land because of over the last fortnight. So, good opportunity, good challenge.
Great to see Danny Barnhagen back for the first game.
Yeah, really significant for us. Clearly, she's worked amazingly hard to get it back in the time frame that she has, and she'll add to our group.
And the other 2 girls that were scheduled to come back, Eloise and Nigel, are they both cleared to play?
At this stage, they're all clear. Yeah, so they got through training, and so we'll have four inclusions, which is pleasing for the group.
Does that make this the strongest team you've probably put on the park, at least on paper this year?
Well, I don't know, to be honest. No, I don't really read it too much into that. Sometimes the magnets on the board are interesting, but it's probably more, are they ready to perform at a really high level? So that's probably been one of the challenges over the last fortnight is reintegrating players that have had interruptions. Sometimes that continuity is a better fit, but the assessment was that all the players that are coming in will make us better, so that's the way we went.
Courtney Holmes missed a few games.
Yeah.
Clarke, how's she travelling?
Yeah, so she's had a challenging, really tough period. She's working super hard to try and get back, but it's just lingered. She's realistic for the last couple of games, but not quite there.
And the ruck situation. Obviously, Jess Foley's still going to miss a couple, but
Yeah.
Metcalf's been left out this week.
Yeah. So we played really predominantly as a forward, and the intent was to play her as a forward in the first game as well, but Jess went down. So that decision wasn't really about the ruck craft. I think obviously she can play that position and play it really well. But where she is in her comeback from a long-term injury, it's probably more to be playing as a forward. And we're going with the two young rucks to see how we go.
And where do you see the Giants, and where do you see their biggest strength?
Yeah, no, well, they're historically a really contest-focused team. They'll get extra numbers to the contest. Their game last year was one of our most contested for the whole season, and that has continued. Cora Staunton, outstanding athlete and a real threat up forward, and probably Elise Parker in the midfield has been having an outstanding season. So they've got multiple threats. They play a really solid brand of footy, and it's their third and we're fifth. So and there's reasons for that.